Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 versus Galaxy Z Fold 5. All the major upgrades. Here's how Samsung's newest foldable differs from the past. The Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 is now officially available, ushering a new generation of Samsung foldables into an increasingly competitive market. Google's Pixel Fold and the OnePlus Open have been available for nearly a year, proving themselves genuine competitors to Samsung's well-known foldable phone. The Pixel 9 Pro Fold may make its debut next month at the Made by Google event, heightening the rivalry for the title of finest foldable smartphone. As a result, the burden is on Samsung to take a larger step forward with the Galaxy Z Fold 6 than it would typically have to with such a well-known smartphone. The question is, has Samsung made any notable advancements since last year's Galaxy Z Fold 5? That is a tall order. The Z Fold 5 was a solid advancement in its way. With a thinner, lighter design aided by a redesigned flex hinge, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 felt more polished than ever before. And Samsung addressed one of our major issues by boosting image quality over prior iterations through software fine-tuning. Has there been a noticeable improvement? Our Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5 comparison examines what is expected to change based on what we now know about Samsung's newest foldable. Samsung has been charging $1,799 for its high-end foldable since the release of the Galaxy Z Fold 2. That is what the phone manufacturer charges for the Galaxy Z Fold 5, but this has suddenly changed. The Z Fold 6 starts at $1,899 for a 256 gigs variant, which is $100 more than last year's price. The Z Fold 5 brought some significant design modifications to Samsung's foldable series, most notably the flex hinge, which allowed the phone to close completely flat, eliminating the gap we'd come to expect from prior folds. The redesigned design also made the Z Fold 5 feel more streamlined. Initial Galaxy Z Fold 6 speculations predicted additional changes, particularly to the phone's outside display. The newest Galaxy Z Fold's cover display has a much smaller aspect ratio than previous Z Fold models, especially when compared to the larger Pixel Fold outer screen. As a result, taking notes on the Samsung cover display may feel cramped. Unfortunately, those reports were not confirmed, and the Galaxy Z Fold 6 appears to be largely unchanged from its predecessors. The design has changed somewhat, with the phone now measuring 0.1 inch broader and 0.05 inch shorter when unfolded. This is not a significant change, and it is unlikely that most people will notice it. That being said, the Z Fold 6 is now slimmer and lighter than the Z Fold 5. It weighs only 8.4 ounces, compared to the 8.92 ounces of the Z Fold 5, and is 0.22 inch thinner when opened. Both phones feature a 7.6-inch internal foldable display with a 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. The Z Fold 6's cover display measures 6.3 inches, which is 0.1 inch larger than the Z Fold 5. The latest foldable has also increased the peak brightness on both displays to 2600 nits, whereas the Z Fold 5's maximum brightness is 1750 nits. Samsung has placed a strong emphasis on durability with the Z Fold 6, although this does not include the addition of titanium to the frame, as seen in the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Instead, the phone is made of armor aluminum, which is said to be 10% more durable than the Z Fold 5. Samsung has also added an extra protective layer to the screen, which, along with the new dual rail hinge, increases shock resistance and reduces display wrinkles. The hinge is also claimed to be twice as sturdy as the flex hinge in the Z Fold 5, despite being thinner. Finally, the Z Fold 5 has IPX8 water resistance, which means it can withstand submersion in up to 1 meter of fresh water for 30 minutes. The Z Fold 6 increases that classification to IP48, indicating that it has the same level of water resistance and official protection against dust particles up to 1 millimeter in size. The Z Fold 6 comes in silver shadow, pink or navy, as well as craft black and purity white if purchased directly from Samsung. The Z Fold 5 comes in icy blue, phantom black, cream, gray, and blue. We saw an improvement in image quality between the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Z Fold 5, even though Samsung did not update the camera hardware used in its foldable. Instead, we'd attribute the modifications to software tweaks that resulted in more vibrant hues and balanced images. We'd better hope that history repeats itself with the Galaxy Z Fold 6, as the phone features the same camera system as before, a 50 megapixels main camera on the outside of the phone, accompanied by 12 megapixels ultra-wide and 10 megapixels zoom lenses. Add an external 10 megapixels selfie camera and a 4 megapixels under-display camera, and you've pretty much got the setup for the Z Fold 6. Something has changed behind the scenes, with Samsung revealing that the ultra-wide lens can now capture in 4K at 60 FPS, with improved low-light performance. However, the hardware will remain virtually unchanged for another year. The Z Fold 6 has a slightly different camera housing, with larger black rings around each lens. Will it make much of a difference? Although doubtful, it does help differentiate the two phones visually. We'll be testing the Z Fold 6's camera soon. Once we have that, we will be able to compare the results from both phones to see if Samsung has made any significant gains in computational photography. When releasing a foldable phone, Samsung normally uses the best Qualcomm silicon available. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 powered the Z Fold 5. The Z Fold 6 uses the Galaxy-specific Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, which is the same chip seen in the Galaxy S24 Ultra. Before we can fairly compare the Z Fold 6's performance to that of the Z Fold 5, we'll need to test it thoroughly. However, given the fantastic results of our Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra benchmark testing earlier this year, the new foldable seems very promising. Both the Z Fold 6 and Z Fold 5 have 12 gigs of RAM and UFS 4.0 storage choices, which are quicker and more power efficient than the previous UFS 3.1 storage processors. However, the Z Fold 6 includes unique optimization for games that use the Vulkan API, resulting in a better and more immersive experience, supported by a vapor cooling chamber that is 1.6x larger than last year. Samsung kept the Z Fold 5's battery at the same 4,400 mAh capacity as its predecessor. This year, the Z Fold 6 features the same battery capacity. Still, the Z Fold 5 outlasted the Z Fold 4 by 1.5 hours in our battery test. We'll attribute this to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2's power management capabilities. Given that the Z Fold 6 has upgraded to the Gen 3 chipset, we expect the battery to last even longer even if the capacity remains unchanged. The Z Fold 6 does not appear to have improved on the Z Fold 5's 25-watt charging speed, and we would have preferred to see the same 45-watt speeds as the Galaxy S24 Plus and Ultra. According to Samsung, this implies you can restore 50% charge in 30 minutes, which isn't very fast but yet not extremely slow. With Samsung pushing Galaxy AI, it's no wonder that elements from this year's Galaxy S24 phones have made their way to the Z Fold 6. However, rather than simply replicating features that were already available on the Z Fold 5 with the One UI 6.1 upgrade, Samsung has improved on them. One of those enhancements is Interpreter Mode, which uses both screens to display both sides of the conversation. So while you see a real-time translation in English, the person you're chatting with will see it in their native language on the cover display. Live Translate will also be available on third-party call apps, allowing you to translate phone conversations in more places. Other new capabilities include Sketch to Image, which improves your doodles, Portrait Studio, which converts your selfies into one of 4 different art styles, Chat Assist, which drafts emails and conversations with contextual awareness, and Live Transcription, which is supported by Samsung Notes. The Z Fold 6 will also have first access to the next set of Circle to Search features. While they will eventually be available on other Android phones, including the Z Fold 5, Z Fold 6 owners will have first access. The new features include the ability to scan QR codes, translate a whole screen, and solve math equations. Samsung will also extend the Galaxy S24's 7-year software and security support to the Z Fold 6. The Z Fold 5 will receive 4 years of Android updates and an additional 5 years of security support. You may be forgiven for being disappointed by the differences between the Z Fold 5 and the Z Fold 6. This is a rather iterative update, particularly on the hardware side, and it's about time Samsung began providing more major updates to items like the camera. The increased durability and emphasis on software features, particularly Galaxy AI, may be enticing, primarily for those who have an older Galaxy Z Fold phone or are seeking their first foldable. Z Fold 5 owners don't have much to tempt them to buy a new phone, and given the increased competition, Samsung will likely have to step up its game even more. What do you think about this competition between Fold 5 and Fold 6? Which phone are you more excited about? Let us know in the comments below. Then I will see you in my next video.